Tonight, we'll embark on a gentle journey with Zen Dreams, the Lanterns of Serenity, a soothing collection of stories to guide you into deep, restful sleep, where each tale lights a path to inner harmony. Picture a glowing rice field at dusk, where golden stalks sway softly under a sky painted with hues of amber and violet, their tips shimmering with the last light of day, as if the earth itself holds a quiet, radiant warmth. The air is cool, scented with the earthy tang of damp soil and the faint sweetness of rice blossoms, each breath sinking with the field's gentle rustle, a soft melody of peace that hums through the evening calm. Crickets begin their song, their chirps weaving a delicate thread through the dusk, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene embrace. Your body rests heavily, as if the earth's warm embrace cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the tranquil presence of now. Before you settle into a comfortable position, take a moment to support this channel with a like and subscription if it feels right for you. I'd love to know where you're listening from. Share in the comments below, connecting us across this beautiful world. Now, let your body sink into whatever supports you. Take one deep breath with me now, and as you exhale, know that you've begun a journey that will carry you to inner harmony. Imagine a young lantern maker named Aiko, who lives in a small village on a high plateau where the art of crafting paper lanterns has been passed down through her family for generations. Aiko's hands are skilled at folding delicate paper and shaping bamboo frames, but her heart carries a quiet restlessness. She feels unfulfilled, trapped by the expectation to continue her family's craft, yet unable to find her own passion within it. One dusk, as the sun dips below the horizon, Aiko walks into the glowing rice field that borders her village, her family's heirloom lantern in her hands, its unlit wick a symbol of her unlit dreams. Her breath quickens with unease, her fingers tracing the lantern's frame as she whispers to the field, "Why can't I find my purpose?" From the shadows of the rice stalks, a Zen monk named Ren emerges, his gray robes dusted with the earth's golden glow, his face serene as the twilight itself. Ren carries a simple walking stick, its tip tapping softly against the soil, his eyes meeting Aiko's with a warmth that feels like the sun's last rays. "What stirs your heart, lantern maker?" Ren asks, his voice soft as the cricket's song. Aiko hesitates, then replies, "I craft lanterns as my family expects, but I feel restless. I long for a purpose that lights my soul." Ren gazes at the rice field, its golden stalks swaying in the breeze, their glow a quiet presence in the dusk. "Does the rice rush to ripen?" he asks. Aiko watches the stalks, their gentle sway a dance of patience, and feels a flicker of understanding. Ren hands her a single rice grain, its golden husk warm from the sun, a piece of the field's calm to hold as they sit. "Pause and feel the restlessness," he says, "for in stillness you'll find your path." Aiko holds the grain, its warmth grounding her, her restlessness softening as the field's glow wraps around her. They sit together in the dusk, the cricket's song deepening, and Aiko's heart begins to quiet, like the rice field resting in the twilight. That night, she dreams of a field where every stalk glows with purpose, waking with a heart ready to journey deeper. The Buddha taught, the mind is restless, turbulent, strong, and unyielding. To tame, it is good, for a tamed mind brings happiness. This Zen principle of stillness invites you to pause and feel your restlessness rather than resist it, allowing peace to arise in the present moment, like a rice field glowing in the dusk. Some traditions believe this requires meditative practice to calm the mind, while others see it as a natural return to stillness when you stop striving. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The rice field's glow, like a still heart, holds peace when you pause. Its calm, a guide to inner harmony, like a cricket's song weaving through the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a serene spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's restlessness mirrors your own when you feel unfulfilled. Perhaps a longing for purpose, a sense of being trapped, or a yearning for something more, like a lantern maker crafting without passion. The glowing rice field, its golden stalks swaying in the dusk, is like stillness. It invites you to pause and feel your restlessness, letting it be without resistance, like a stalk bending with the breeze, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with calm. Zen teaches that resisting restlessness creates inner turmoil, but pausing to feel it brings peace, like a cricket's song, softening the night, allowing you to sleep with a quiet heart and rise with a serene spirit, as if the moment has always held your purpose. Ren's rice grain, warm with the sun's glow, shows that stillness begins with feeling, breathing, noticing, its warmth a spark of calm, like a single note in the field's melody. His twilight presence, one with the field's rhythm, embodies a life of still awareness, each moment a glow in the dusk, like a stalk holding the sun's light. The field's earthy air, scented with blossoms, mirrors your capacity to find stillness. Each breath, a chance to rest in the moment's peace. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative stillness to tame the mind, others the spontaneous calm of a paused heart. Both paths lead to the same field. Stillness whispers harmony, like a rice field glowing with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the field's glow, soft and steady, shimmering through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a restlessness within? Perhaps a longing, a feeling of being unfulfilled? Notice it gently, like a ripple in the rice stalks. What sensations stir? A racing mind, a heavy heart? Let them settle, like a cricket in the dusk. You might reflect on a moment you felt restless, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to pause, to feel it like the field's gentle sway, finding peace in the moment? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like blossoms in the air. Imagine sitting with Ren, the rice grain in your hand, its warmth grounding you. The field whispers, stillness holds, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to pause, to rest in life's quiet harmony. As you exhale, feel your heart settle, ready to carry this stillness into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The glowing rice field's serene dusk fades, and now you walk along a narrow lane at twilight, where ancient mulberry trees line the path, their branches arching overhead like a canopy, creating a tunnel of dappled shadows. Fireflies drift lazily through the air. Their tiny golden lights, flickering like stars, fall into earth, illuminating the lane with a soft, magical glow that dances with each gentle breeze. The air is cool, scented with the woody tang of mulberry leaves and the faint dampness of evening dew, each breath slowing to match the firefly's unhurried rhythm, a quiet hum of stillness in the twilight's embrace. A nightjar's soft call echoes from the trees, its melody a tender thread weaving through the lane, drawing you deeper into this moment's tranquil quietude. Your body rests heavily, as if the earth's gentle path cradles you, each exhale a softening into the peaceful presence of now. Iko, the young lantern maker you met in the rice field, walks along this firefly-lit lane beside the Zen monk Ren, the single rice grain from their last meeting still tucked into her satchel, its warm husk a reminder of the stillness she's beginning to feel amidst her restlessness. The rice field's golden calm has softened her unease about her unfulfilled craft, but a subtle agitation lingers, a constant chatter in her mind, thoughts of duty and expectation swirling like a storm, keeping her from true peace. They stroll down the lane, the fireflies glow, casting a gentle light on their path, their flickering dance a silent lesson in the twilight's embrace. Aiko watches a firefly drift with effortless grace, its light steady yet unforced, and turns to Ren. "I've paused to feel my restlessness," she says, "but my mind still races with thoughts. How do I find quiet within?" Ren pauses by a mulberry tree, his gray robes blending with the shadows, his eyes tracing the firefly's gentle glow, his face serene as the lane's dappled light. "Watch," he says, his voice soft as the nightjar's call. Aiko observes the firefly, its light a quiet presence, illuminating the darkness without striving, a beacon of stillness amidst the lane's soft shadows. Ren shares a story of a farmer named Soma who once tended mulberry trees along a lane like this, her heart heavy with a racing mind, worries of harvests, debts, and expectations, fearing she'd never find peace amidst her thoughts. Soma toiled with agitation until one twilight she walked this lane, watching fireflies like these, their glow speaking to her heart. The firefly's quiet light taught her to slow her breath, to let her thoughts drift like their flickering glow, and she found quietude within, her mind at peace for the first time, her spirit light as the evening air. Ren catches a firefly gently, its glow pulsing in his palm, and hands Aiko a small mulberry leaf, its surface soft and dewy, a piece of the lane's quietude to hold as they walk. "Let thoughts drift," he says. Aiko holds the leaf, its softness grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the firefly's calm, her racing thoughts fading like shadows in the glow. Ren walks beside her, the nightjar's call a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart quiet, her journey now a path of inner stillness. That night, she dreams of a lane where every light sings of peace, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with a quieter mind. The Buddha taught, "A disciplined mind brings happiness. Let thoughts come and go, and rest in the stillness." Beneath this Zen principle of quietude invites you to let thoughts drift without clinging, finding peace in the stillness beneath, like a firefly's glow illuminating the night without effort. Some traditions believe quietude requires meditative practice to still the mind, while others see it as a natural state. When you stop grasping, Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The firefly's glow, like a quiet mind, shines when you let thoughts drift. Its light a guide to inner harmony, like a nightjar's song in the twilight, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a tranquil spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's racing thoughts mirror your own when your mind churns with endless chatter. Perhaps worries about the future, duties, or expectations. Like a farmer fretting over harvests in the night. The firefly lane, its lights flickering with unhurried grace, is like quietude. It invites you to let thoughts come and go, resting in the stillness beneath, like a firefly drifting without force, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with calm. Zen teaches that clinging to thoughts creates agitation, but letting them drift brings peace, like a mulberry leaf swaying in the breeze, allowing you to sleep with a quiet heart and rise with a tranquil spirit, as if the stillness has always been there. Ren's mulberry leaf, soft and dewy, shows that quietude begins with letting go, breathing, releasing thoughts, its softness a spark of calm, like a single light in the lane's shadows. His shadowy presence, one with the lane's rhythm, embodies a life of inner stillness, each moment a glow in the twilight, like a firefly dancing in the air. The lane's woody air, scented with dew, mirrors your capacity to find quiet within, each breath a chance to rest in the mind's stillness. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative stillness to let thoughts pass, others, the spontaneous peace of a drifting mind. Both paths lead to the same lane. Quietude whispers harmony, like a firefly glowing with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the firefly's glow, soft and unhurried, drifting through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a racing thought, perhaps a worry, an expectation, or a restless chatter? Notice it gently, like a flicker in the lane. What sensations stir? A racing mind, a tense breath? Let them drift, like a firefly in the air. You might reflect on a moment your mind raced, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to let thoughts pass, to rest in quietude, like the firefly's gentle light? No need to answer. Let the question settle, like dew on a leaf. Imagine walking with Ren, the mulberry leaf in your hand, its softness grounding you. The lane whispers, quietude holds. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to let thoughts drift, to rest in life's inner stillness. As you exhale, feel your heart quiet, ready to carry this peace into your dreams, awakening with serenity tomorrow. The firefly lane's twilight glow fades, and now you walk through an ancient stone garden at dawn, where smooth moss-covered rocks rest in a sea of raked gravel, their patterns swirling like gentle waves under the first soft light of a rose-hued sunrise. A single cherry blossom tree stands at the garden's edge, its pale pink petals drifting softly to the ground, a quiet dance of simplicity in the morning stillness. The air is crisp, scented with the earthy tang of moss and the faint sweetness of the blossoms, each breath slowing to match the garden's serene calm, a tender rhythm of minimalism in the dawn's embrace. A sparrow perches on a rock, its soft chirp echoing through the garden, drawing you deeper into this moment's tranquil simplicity. Your body rests heavily, as if the garden's quiet earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met in the Firefly Lane, walks through this stone garden beside the Zen monk Ren, the mulberry leaf from their last meeting still in her satchel, its dewy softness a reminder of the quietude she's beginning to embrace within her racing mind. The firefly's gentle glow has calmed her mental chatter, but a subtle heaviness lingers, a burden of expectations, the weight of her family's lantern-making tradition, and the complexity of her search for purpose, as if she must carry more to find peace. They stroll through the garden, the moss-covered rocks, and raked gravel a silent lesson in the morning light. Aiko watches a cherry blossom petal fall, landing on a rock with effortless grace, and turns to Ren. "I've found quiet within my thoughts," she says, "but I still feel weighed down by expectations. How do I find joy in simplicity?" Ren kneels by a rock, his gray robes brushing the gravel, his eyes tracing the petal's delicate landing, his face serene as the garden's still expanse. "Look," he says, his voice soft as the sparrow's chirp. Aiko gazes at the garden, its simplicity profound. Each rock, each line of gravel, placed with care, yet free of excess, a harmony that needs nothing more to be whole. Ren shares a story of a gardener named Kai, who once tended a stone garden like this, his heart heavy with the burden of perfection, adding more rocks, raking endless patterns. Fearing simplicity would diminish his work, his worth, Kai toiled with complexity until one dawn he watched a cherry blossom petal fall like this, its single presence enough to complete the garden's beauty. The petal's simplicity taught him to strip away excess, to find joy in what is, and he tended his garden with a light heart, his spirit free of burden. For the first time, his work a quiet masterpiece. Ren picks up the fallen petal, its pink softness glowing in the sunrise, and hands Aiko a small, smooth pebble from the garden, its mossy surface cool and simple, a piece of the garden's joy to hold as they sit. "Joy lives in simplicity," he says. Aiko holds the pebble, its coolness grounding her, her breath softening as she mirrors the garden's minimal harmony, her heaviness fading like petals on the gravel. Ren sits beside her, the sparrow's chirp a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart lighten, her journey now a path of simplicity. That night, she dreams of a garden where every rock glows with joy, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with a lighter spirit. The Buddha taught, contentment with little is the greatest wealth. In simplicity, one finds true joy. This Zen principle of simplicity urges you to release the burden of excess, expectations, complexity, or material desires, finding peace in what is, like a stone garden, needing nothing more to be whole. Some traditions believe simplicity requires meditative detachment to let go of desire, while others see it as a natural joy in the present's essence. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The stone garden's harmony, like a simple heart, finds joy in what is. Its stillness, a guide to inner harmony, like a sparrow singing in the dawn, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a joyful spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's heaviness mirrors your own. When you feel weighed down by complexity, perhaps expectations from others, a cluttered life, or a need to do more to feel worthy, like a gardener adding endless rocks to his work. The stone garden, its mossy rocks resting in raked gravel, is like simplicity. It invites you to let go of excess, finding joy in what is essential, like a petal completing the scene, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with a light heart. Zen teaches that complexity creates burden, but simplicity brings peace, like a sparrow needing only a rock to sing, allowing you to sleep with a joyful heart and rise with a lighter spirit, as if less has always been enough. Ren's mossy pebble, cool and simple, shows that joy begins with letting go, breathing, releasing what weighs you. Its smoothness a spark of simplicity, like a single line in the gravel. His dawn-lit presence, one with the garden's calm, embodies a life of minimal harmony, each moment a rock in its place, like a petal falling in the breeze. The garden's earthy air, scented with blossoms, mirrors your capacity to find joy in simplicity, each breath a chance to rest in what is. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative detachment to find contentment, others, the spontaneous joy of living with less. Both paths lead to the same garden. Simplicity whispers harmony, like a stone resting with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the petals fall, soft and simple, drifting through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a heaviness within, perhaps an expectation, a cluttered thought, or a need for more? Notice it gently, like a ripple in the gravel. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a tense breath? Let them settle, like a rock in the garden. You might reflect on a moment you felt burdened, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to let go of excess, to find joy in simplicity, like the garden's quiet harmony? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a blossom in the air. Imagine sitting with Ren, the pebble in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The garden whispers, simplicity holds, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to release, to rest in life's essential joy. As you exhale, feel your heart lighten, ready to carry this simplicity into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The stone garden's serene dawn fades, and now you walk along a winding path through a lush valley. At sunrise, where emerald green hills roll gently under a sky streaked with hues of coral and gold, their soft light casting a warm glow on the wild grasses that line the trail. The path curves like a ribbon through the valley, its gentle turns disappearing into a distant haze, inviting you forward with a quiet promise of discovery. The air is fresh, scented with the crisp aroma of dew-kissed grass and the faint tang of wild thyme growing along the slopes, each breath slowing to match the valley's tranquil rhythm, a tender melody of release in the morning's embrace. A lark soars above, its joyful song echoing across the hills, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene surrender. Your body rests heavily, as if the earth's gentle path cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Today's a moment to surrender to the journey. As you walk this winding path, Aiko, the young lantern maker you met in the stone garden, walks along this winding path beside the Zen monk Ren, the mossy pebble from their last meeting still in her satchel. Its cool simplicity, a reminder of the joy she's beginning to find in letting go of excess. The garden's minimal harmony has lightened the burden of her family's expectations, but a subtle resistance lingers, a need to control her path, to force her purpose to reveal itself, as if she must shape her journey rather than let it unfold. They follow the path through the valley, its gentle curves, a silent lesson in the sunrise's glow. Aiko watches the trail wind ahead, its turns leading into the unknown, and turns to Ren. "I've found joy in simplicity," she says, "but I still want to control my journey. How do I surrender to its flow?" Ren pauses by a patch of wild thyme, his gray robes catching the morning light, his eyes tracing the path's curves, his face serene as the valley's emerald expanse. "Follow its turns," he says, his voice soft as the lark's song. Aiko gazes at the path, its winding nature effortless, neither forcing its direction nor resisting the hill's natural contours, a dance of surrender in the valley's embrace. Ren shares a story of a traveler named Echo, who once walked a path like this, his heart heavy with the need to control his journey, mapping every turn, planning every step, fearing the unknown would lead him astray from his destination. Echo walked with tension, until one sunrise, he followed a winding path like this, its curves teaching him to let go, to trust each turn as it came. And he found his way to a village of friends, his heart light with surrender for the first time, his journey a flow of peace. Ren plucks a sprig of wild thyme, its tiny leaves fragrant with the valley's scent, and hands it to Aiko, a piece of the path's surrender to hold as they walk. "Trust the path," he says. Aiko holds the thyme, its fragrance grounding her, her breath softening as she mirrors the path's effortless flow, her need to control fading like mist in the sunrise. Ren walks beside her, the lark's song a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart open, her journey now a path of surrender. That night, she dreams of a valley where every turn leads to peace, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with trust. The Buddha taught, surrender to the flow of life, for in letting go, one finds the path to liberation. This Zen principle of surrender invites you to release the need to control your journey, trusting its natural unfolding, like a winding path curving through a valley. Some traditions believe surrender requires meditative practice to release resistance, while others see it as a natural trust in life's rhythm. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The winding path's flow, like a surrendered heart, finds peace when you trust its turns, its curves, a guide to inner harmony, like a lark soaring with the breeze, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a trusting spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's need to control mirrors your own when you strive to force your path, perhaps trying to plan every step, fearing the unknown, or resisting a life's natural flow. Like a traveler mapping every turn in a valley, the winding path, curving effortlessly through the hills, is like surrender. It invites you to let go of control, trusting life's unfolding, like a trail leading where it will, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with ease. Zen teaches that controlling your journey creates tension, but surrendering brings peace, like a lark riding the wind without a map, allowing you to sleep with a trusting heart and rise with a flowing spirit, as if the path has always known the way. Wren's sprig of thyme, fragrant with the valley's scent, shows that surrender begins with trust, breathing, letting go, its aroma a spark of ease, like a single turn in the path's flow. His sunlit presence, one with the valley's rhythm, embodies a life of surrendered trust, each moment a step in life's dance, like grass bending with the breeze. The valley's fresh air, scented with thyme, mirrors your capacity to surrender, each breath a chance to rest in life's natural flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative surrender to release control, others the spontaneous trust in life's path. Both paths lead to the same valley. Surrender whispers harmony, like a winding trail guiding you to peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the path's curve, soft and flowing, winding through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a need to control, perhaps a fear of the unknown, a desire to plan every step? Notice it gently, like a bend in the trail. What sensations stir? A tense grip, a racing mind? Let them settle, like grass on the hills. You might reflect on a moment you tried to control, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to surrender, to trust the journey like the path's gentle turns? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like time in the air. Imagine walking with Ren, the sprig in your hand, its fragrance grounding you. The valley whispers, surrender flows, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to let go, to rest in life's effortless path. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this trust into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The winding path's serene valley fades, and now you sit in a quiet bamboo grove at twilight, where slender stalks rise like green sentinels, their leaves rustling softly in the evening breeze, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. A single lantern glows at the grove's center, its paper frame illuminated by a flickering flame, casting a warm golden light that dances with the bamboo's gentle sway. A beacon of clarity amidst the twilight's deepening hues. The air is cool, scented with the crisp aroma of bamboo and the faint smokiness of the lantern's flame, each breath slowing to match the grove's tranquil rhythm. A tender pulse of awareness in the evening's embrace. An owl hoots softly from a nearby branch, its call a gentle echo through the grove, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant clarity. Your body rests heavily, as if the earth's quiet grove cradles you, each exhale softening into the peaceful presence of now. Today's a moment to light your inner awareness as you sit in this glowing grove. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met on the winding path, sits in this bamboo grove beside the Zen monk Ren, the sprig of wild thyme from their last meeting still in her satchel, its fragrant softness, a reminder of the surrender she's beginning to embrace in her journey. The path's effortless curves have softened her need to control her search for purpose, but a quiet doubt lingers, a fear that she'll never find her true passion, that her craft as a lantern maker is all she'll ever be, dimming her inner light. They sit by the lantern, its flame casting a warm glow on their faces, its flickering light a silent lesson in the twilight's calm. Aiko watches the flame flicker steadily, its glow unwavering despite the breeze, and turns to Ren. "I'm learning to surrender to my journey," she says, "but I doubt I'll find my true passion. How do I see my inner light?" Ren adjusts the lantern's frame, his gray robes catching the flame's glow, his eyes tracing its steady light, his face serene as the grove's shadowed expanse. "Feel its warmth," he says, his voice soft as the owl's hoot. Aiko leans closer to the lantern, feeling the flame's gentle heat on her face, its light a quiet presence, illuminating the darkness with clarity and warmth. Ren shares a story of a poet named Soma, who once wandered a grove like this, her heart heavy with doubt about her words, fearing her poetry lacked depth, that she'd never find her true voice, her light dimmed by uncertainty. Soma wrote with hesitation, until one twilight she sat by a lantern like this, its flame speaking to her heart. The lantern's steady glow taught her to look within, to see her inner light, her passion, her voice, already burning brightly. And she wrote, with clarity for the first time, her spirit radiant with awareness, her words a beacon of truth. Ren touches the lantern's frame, its paper warm from the flame, and hands Aiko a small bamboo shoot, its green tip vibrant with life, a piece of the grove's clarity to hold as they sit. "See your inner light," he says. Aiko holds the shoot, its freshness grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the flame's steady glow, her doubt fading like shadows in the lantern's light. Ren sits beside her, the owl's call a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart illuminate, her journey now a path of awareness. That night, she dreams of a grove where every flame shines with truth, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with a clearer spirit. The Buddha taught, "Be a lamp unto yourself. Within you burns the light of wisdom." This Zen principle of awareness urges you to look within, seeing your inner light, your truth, your passion, already present like a lantern's flame glowing in the dark. Some traditions believe awareness requires meditative introspection to uncover this light, while others see it as a natural clarity when you turn inward. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The lantern's flame, like inner awareness, shines when you look within, its light a guide to inner harmony, like an owl calling through the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a radiant spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's doubt mirrors your own when you question your path. Perhaps a fear you'll never find your passion, a doubt about your purpose, or a dimness in your dreams. like a poet unsure of her voice. The lantern's flame, glowing steadily in the grove, is like awareness. It invites you to look within, seeing your inner light already burning, like a flame that needs no fuel but your gaze, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with clarity. Zen teaches that doubt dims your light, but awareness reveals it, like an owl seeing through the dark, allowing you to sleep with a radiant heart and rise with a clear spirit, as if your passion has always been within. Ren's bamboo shoot, vibrant with life, shows that awareness begins with looking, breathing, turning inward. Its green, a spark of clarity, like a single flame lighting the grove. His twilight presence, one with the grove's calm, embodies a life of inner clarity, each moment aglow within, like a leaf rustling in the breeze. The grove's crisp air, scented with smoke, mirrors your capacity to see within, each breath a chance to rest in your own light. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative awareness to uncover your light. Others, the spontaneous clarity of seeing what's already there. Both paths lead to the same grove. Awareness whispers harmony, like a lantern glowing with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the lantern's flame, soft and steady, glowing through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a doubt within, perhaps a fear of not finding your passion, a question of purpose? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the grove. What sensation stir? A heavy heart? A dim thought? Let them settle, like a leaf on the ground. You might reflect on a moment you doubted your path, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to look within, to see your light like the lantern's steady flame? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like smoke in the air. Imagine sitting with Ren, the bamboo shoot in your hand, its freshness grounding you. The grove whispers, awareness shines. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to see within, to rest in your inner light. As you exhale, feel your heart glow, ready to carry this clarity into your dreams. Awakening with peace tomorrow. The bamboo grove's lantern-lit clarity fades, and now you walk through a twilight valley where rolling hills of soft violet grass stretch beneath a sky painted with deep indigo and the last traces of amber, the fading sun casting a gentle glow over a small village nestled in the valley's heart. Smoke curls from the chimneys of thatched cottages, their warm lights flickering like tiny stars against the twilight's deepening hues. A quiet invitation to connection in the evening's calm. The air is cool, scented with the earthy tang of violet grass and the faint smokiness of hearth fires, each breath slowing to match the valley's serene rhythm. A tender pulse of empathy in the twilight's embrace. A child's laughter echoes from the village, its joyful sound weaving through the hills, drawing you deeper into this moment's warm compassion. Your body rests heavily, as if the valley's gentle slopes cradle you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant peace of now. Today's a moment to open your heart to empathy as you walk through this twilight valley. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met in the bamboo grove, walks through this valley beside the Zen monk Ren, the bamboo shoot from their last meeting still in her satchel, its vibrant green a reminder of the inner awareness she's beginning to embrace. The lantern's flame has illuminated her passion, showing her that her light burns brightly within, but a quiet hardness lingers, a lack of connection to others, a focus on her own journey that blinds her to the struggles around her, dimming her peace. They approach the village, its warm lights glowing in the twilight, the villagers' interactions, a silent lesson in the evening's calm. Aiko watches a villager struggle to carry a heavy basket of firewood, her own heart heavy with self-focus, and turns to Ren. "I've seen my inner light," she says, "but I feel distant from others. How do I open my heart to them?" Ren pauses by a patch of violet grass, his gray robes catching the twilight's glow, his eyes tracing the villager's effort, his face serene as the valley's indigo expanse. "See their burden," he says, his voice soft as the child's laughter. Aiko watches as an older villager sets down her own basket, walking over to help the struggling one, their shared effort easing the load, a silent act of empathy glowing in the dusk. Ren shares a story of a villager named Kai, who once lived in a valley like this, his heart closed off by self-focus, consumed by his own harvest, his own needs, unaware of the struggles around him, his peace dimmed by isolation. Kai worked alone until one twilight he helped a neighbor mend a broken fence, the act opening his heart to their shared humanity, their gratitude softening his spirit. In the neighbor's smile, Kai found empathy, his heart warm with connection for the first time, his life a shared light in the village's glow. Ren kneels by the grass, plucking a single violet blade, its soft purple vibrant in the twilight, and hands it to Aiko, a piece of the valley's empathy to hold as they walk. "Feel their hearts," he says. Aiko holds the blade, its softness grounding her, her breath softening as she mirrors the villager's act, her hardness fading like shadows in the twilight. Ren walks beside her, the child's laughter, a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart warm. Her journey now a path of empathy. That night, she dreams of a valley where every light shines for another, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with compassion. The Buddha taught, empathy is the root of compassion. In feeling another's heart, you find your own. This Zen principle of empathy, karuna, urges you to open your heart to others' struggles, softening your own through connection, like a villager sharing a burden in the twilight. Some traditions believe empathy requires meditative practice to cultivate compassion, while others see it as a natural response to shared humanity. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The villager's kindness, like empathy, warms the heart when you feel another's struggle, its connection a guide to inner harmony, like a child's laughter weaving through the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a compassionate spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's hardness mirrors your own when you close off to others, perhaps focusing only on your own journey, overlooking those around you, or feeling disconnected, like a villager ignoring his neighbor's need. The Twilight Valley, its warm lights glowing with shared effort, is like empathy. It invites you to open your heart, feeling another's struggle as your own, like a basket shared in the dusk, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with warmth. Zen teaches that isolation dims your peace, but empathy brings connection, like a child's laughter, linking hearts, allowing you to sleep with a compassionate heart and rise with a connected spirit, as if you've always been part of the village's glow. Ren's violet blade, soft and vibrant, shows that empathy begins with feeling, breathing, noticing another. Its purple, a spark of connection, like a single smile lighting the twilight. His twilight presence, one with the valley's calm, embodies a life of compassionate connection, each moment a shared light, like smoke curling from a hearth. The valley's earthy air, scented with smoke, mirrors your capacity to feel for others, each breath a chance to rest in shared humanity. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative compassion to open the heart, others, the spontaneous warmth of a connected spirit. Both paths lead to the same valley. Empathy whispers harmony, like a light glowing with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the villager's kindness, soft and warm, weaving through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a hardness within, perhaps a disconnection, a focus on your own struggles? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the valley. What sensations stir? A closed heart, a distant thought? Let them soften, like grass in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you felt disconnected, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to open your heart, to feel another's burden like a shared light in the dusk? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like smoke in the air. Imagine walking with Ren, the violet blade in your hand, its softness grounding you. The valley whispers, empathy connects. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to feel for others, to rest in life's shared warmth. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this compassion into your dreams. Awakening with peace tomorrow, the twilight valley's warm connection fades, and now you walk through a narrow mountain trail at dusk, where jagged peaks rise on either side, their rocky faces softened by the fading light of a sky painted with deep purples and silvers. The trail leads to a small cave carved into the mountainside, its entrance framed by hanging vines. And inside, the cave's walls shimmer with flecks of quartz, reflecting the faint glow of your lantern in a dance of light and shadow. The air is cool, scented with the mineral tang of damp stone and the faint musk of moss growing along the cave's floor, each breath slowing to match the cave's silent stillness. A tender pulse of introspection in the dusk's embrace. An echo ripples through the cave as your footsteps stir the quiet, its soft reverberation a call to look within, drawing you deeper into this moment's profound reflection. Your body rests heavily, as if the cave's ancient walls cradle you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant peace of No, Aiko, the young lantern maker you met in the Twilight Valley, walks this mountain trail beside the Zen monk Ren, the violet blade of grass from their last meeting still in her satchel, its soft purple, a reminder of the empathy she's beginning to embrace. The valley's shared warmth has opened her heart to others, but a quiet uncertainty lingers, a lack of clarity about her own path, a fear that she'll never fully understand what her true passion means for her journey. They step into the echoing cave the lantern Aiko carries, casting a golden glow on the quartz-flecked walls. Its light and the cave's echoes, a silent lesson in the dusk's calm. Aiko listens as her footsteps create a soft echo, its sound returning to her like a whisper of her own thoughts, and turns to Ren. "I've opened my heart to others," she says, "but I still seek clarity about my own path. How do I understand my purpose?" Ren sets the lantern on the cave floor, his gray robes catching its glow, his eyes tracing the quartz's shimmering reflections, his face serene as the cave's shadowed expanse. "Hear your echo," he says, his voice soft as the reverberation. Ahiko speaks her question into the cave, "What is my purpose?" and listens as the echo returns, its sound a mirror of her inner voice, a call to look within for answers. Ren shares a story of a hermit named Jiro, who once lived in a cave like this, his heart heavy with uncertainty about his life's meaning, seeking answers in the stars, the wind, the rivers beyond. Jiro wandered restlessly until one dusk he sat in this cave, his words echoing back to him, the sound teaching him to reflect within. The cave's echo showed him his purpose was not in the world outside, but in his own heart, a quiet life of tending to the land, his spirit clear with a self-understanding for the first time, his path a reflection of his inner truth. Ren taps the cave wall, its echo rippling softly, and hands Aiko a small quartz shard, its surface shimmering with flecks of light, a piece of the cave's reflection to hold as they sit. "Reflect within," he says. Aiko holds the shard, its coolness grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the echo's return, her uncertainty fading like shadows in the lantern's glow. Ren sits beside her, the echoes ripple a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart deepen, her journey now a path of reflection. That night, she dreams of a cave where every echo whispers her truth, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with inner clarity. The Buddha taught, "Look within for wisdom. The truth you seek is already there." This Zen principle of reflection urges you to turn inward, listening to your inner voice for clarity, like an echo revealing your own truth in a cave. Some traditions believe reflection requires meditative introspection to uncover wisdom, while others see it as a natural clarity when you pause to listen. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The cave's echo, like inner reflection, reveals truth when you look within, its resonance, a guide to inner harmony, like a ripple of light in the dark, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a clear spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's uncertainty mirrors your own when you seek clarity about your path, perhaps questioning your purpose, your direction, or what truly matters to you. Like a hermit searching the stars for meaning, the echoing cave, its walls reflecting, the lantern's light is like reflection. It invites you to turn inward, listening to your inner voice for answers, like an echo returning your own truth, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with clarity. Zen teaches that seeking external answers creates confusion, but reflecting within brings understanding, like a quartz shard catching the light, allowing you to sleep with a clear heart and rise with a wise spirit, as if your purpose has always been within. Ren's quartz shard, shimmering with light, shows that reflection begins with listening, breathing, turning inward, its glow a spark of clarity, like a single echo in the cave's silence. His dusk-lit presence, one with the cave's calm, embodies a life of inner wisdom, each moment a reflection of truth, like a vine framing the entrance. The cave's mineral air, scented with moss, mirrors your capacity to reflect within, each breath a chance to rest in your own truth. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative reflection to find wisdom. Others, the spontaneous clarity of listening to your heart. Both paths lead to the same cave. Reflection whispers, harmony, like an echo resonating with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the cave's echo, soft and resonant, rippling through this moment's quiet. Can you sense an uncertainty within, perhaps a question about your path, a lack of clarity? Notice it gently, like a shadow on the wall. What sensations stir? A restless mind, a heavy heart. Let them settle, like moss on the floor. You might reflect on a moment you sought answers outside, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to look within, to hear your truth, like the cave's gentle echo? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a ripple in the air. Imagine sitting with Ren, the quartz shard in your hand, its shimmer grounding you. The cave whispers, reflection shines. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to listen within, to rest in your inner truth. As you exhale, feel your heart deepen, ready to carry this clarity into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The echoing cave's reflective glow fades, and now you walk across a misty highland at dawn, where rolling plateaus stretch beneath a sky of soft grays and pinks, their hues veiled by a gentle fog that clings to the earth like a quiet shroud. Heather blankets the ground in shades of muted purple, its tiny blooms trembling in the chilly breeze, while a distant waterfall's faint roar echoes through the mist, a steady rhythm of persistence amidst the highland's vast stillness. The air is crisp, scented with the damp tang of fog and the faint earthiness of heather, each breath slowing to match the highland's enduring calm, a tender pulse of resilience in the dawn's embrace. A mountain hare darts through the mist, its white fur a fleeting glimpse of life in the haze, drawing you deeper into this moment's steadfast peace. Your body rests heavily, as if the highland's ancient earth cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant endurance of no. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met in the echoing cave, walks this misty highland beside the Zen monk Ren, the quartz shard from their last meeting still in her satchel, its shimmering light a reminder of the inner clarity she's beginning to embrace. The cave's echoes have deepened her understanding of her purpose, to find her passion beyond her family's lantern-making tradition. But a quiet fear lingers, a worry that the challenges ahead, the resistance from her family, will be too much to endure, dimming her resolve. They traverse the highland, the fog swirling around them, the waterfall's distant roar, a silent lesson in the dawn's calm. Aiko watches the hare, bound through the mist, its persistence unyielding despite the cold, and turns to Ren. I've reflected on my purpose, she says, but I fear I won't endure the challenges ahead. How do I find strength to continue? Ren pauses by a cluster of heather, his gray robes blending with the fog, his eyes tracing the hare's swift path, his face serene as the highland's misty expanse. Hear the falls, he says, his voice steady as the waterfalls roar. Aiko listens to the distant sound, its rhythm unbroken despite the rocks it crashes against, a testament to endurance carved by time and flow. Ren shares a story of a shepherd named Soma who once roamed a highland like this, her heart heavy with fear of the harsh winters, storms, scarce grazing, and lost lambs, dreading she'd fail her flock, her strength faltering. Soma herded with anxiety until one dawn she heard a waterfall like this, its roar enduring through every obstacle, teaching her to persist with quiet strength. The waterfall's steadfast flow gave Soma the endurance to lead her flock through the cold, her heart unshaken for the first time, her spirit a beacon of resilience in the mist. Ren kneels by the heather, plucking a small sprig, its purple blooms vibrant against the fog, and hands it to Aiko, a piece of the highland's endurance to hold as they walk. Flow like the falls, he says. Aiko holds the sprig, its softness grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the waterfall's steady roar, her fear of challenges fading like mist in the dawn. Ren walks beside her, the hare's swift dart, a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart strengthen, her journey now a path of endurance. That night, she dreams of a highland where every stream flows with strength, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with resilience. The Buddha taught, endurance is the greatest strength. Through it, one overcomes all obstacles. This Zen principle of endurance, virya, urges you to persist through challenges with a steadfast heart, finding strength in steady effort, like a waterfall carving its path through stone. Some traditions believe endurance requires meditative resolve to cultivate resilience, while others see it as a natural response to life's trials. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The waterfall's roar, like an enduring heart, flows through obstacles with quiet strength, its persistence a guide to inner harmony, like a hare bounding through the fog, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a resilient spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's fear of challenges mirrors your own when life's obstacles feel daunting. Perhaps a fear of failure, resistance from others, or a trial that tests your resolve. Like a shepherd dreading the winter's cold, the misty highland, its waterfall roaring through the fog, is like virya. It invites you to cultivate endurance within, persisting through challenges with steady strength, like a stream carving through rock, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with resilience. Zen teaches that fear weakens your resolve, but endurance brings peace, like a hare navigating the mist, allowing you to sleep with a steadfast heart and rise with a resilient spirit, as if you've always been strong enough. Ren's heather sprig, vibrant in the fog, shows that endurance begins with persistence, breathing, continuing forward, its purple a spark of strength, like a single roar in the highlands haze. His misty presence, one with the highlands calm, embodies a life of steadfast resilience. Each moment a flow through trials, like a bloom standing in the cold. The highlands' crisp air, scented with fog, mirrors your capacity to endure, each breath a chance to rest in life's steady strength. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative fortitude to face challenges, others, the spontaneous strength of a persistent heart. Both paths lead to the same highland. Endurance whispers harmony like a waterfall flowing with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the waterfall's roar, steady and strong, flowing through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a fear of challenges, perhaps a daunting obstacle, a worry about resistance? Notice it gently, like fog on the hills. What sensation stir? A heavy heart, a tense breath? Let them settle, like heather in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you felt overwhelmed, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to endure, to persist like the waterfall's steady flow through the mist? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like fog in the air. Imagine walking with Ren, the heather sprig in your hand, its softness grounding you. The highland whispers, endurance flows, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to persist, to rest in life's steady strength. As you exhale, feel your heart strengthen, ready to carry this resilience into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The misty highlands' enduring fog fades, and now you walk across a starlit meadow at midnight, where soft grasses stretch beneath a vast sky glittering with countless stars, their silver light casting a gentle glow over the meadow's rolling expanse, like a blanket of dreams woven by the night. A soft breeze rustles the grasses, their whispers blending with the faint hum of nocturnal insects, creating a symphony of hope under the celestial canopy. The air is cool, scented with the fresh aroma of grass and the subtle sweetness of night blooming, jasmine hidden among the blades, each breath slowing to match the meadow's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of aspiration in the midnight's embrace. A shooting star streaks across the sky, its fleeting light a spark of possibility, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant hope. Your body rests heavily, as if the meadow's soft earth cradles you. Each exhale a softening into the peaceful dreams of now. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met in the misty highland, walks this starlit meadow beside the Zen monk Ren, the heather sprig from their last meeting, still in her satchel, its vibrant purple, a reminder of the endurance she's beginning to embrace. The highlands waterfall has strengthened her resolve to face the challenges of her journey, but a quiet hesitation lingers, a doubt that her dreams, her aspirations to find a passion beyond her family's lantern-making tradition are too lofty, too unreachable, dimming her hope. They stroll through the meadow, the stars above a shimmering lesson in the midnight's calm. Aiko watches the shooting star trace its arc, its light a fleeting promise of dreams, and turns to Ren. I've found endurance to face challenges, she says, but I doubt my dreams are possible. How do I find hope to aspire? Ren pauses by a cluster of jasmine, his gray robes catching the starlight, his eyes tracing the shooting star's path, his face serene as the meadow's silver expanse. Feel their light, he says, his voice soft as the grasses whisper. Aiko closes her eyes, feeling the star's distant glow on her face. their light a quiet promise of possibility, the meadow's vastness a canvas for dreams. Ren shares story of a dreamer named Kai who once wandered a meadow like this, his heart heavy with doubt about his aspirations. He longed to paint the stars, but feared his art would never capture their beauty, his hope dimmed by uncertainty. Kai dreamed with hesitation until one midnight he lay in this meadow, a shooting star like this lighting his heart. The star's fleeting glow taught him to aspire without fear, to trust in the possibility of his dreams. And he painted with hope for the first time, his spirit radiant with aspiration, his art a reflection of the sky's light. Ren plucks a jasmine bloom, its white petals glowing in the starlight, and hands it to Aiko, a piece of the meadow's aspiration to hold. As they walk, dream with the stars, he says. Aiko holds the jasmine, its sweetness grounding her, her breath softening as she mirrors the star's hopeful light, her doubt fading like shadows in the starlight. Ren walks beside her. The insects hum, a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart rise, her journey now a path of aspiration. That night, she dreams of a meadow where every star fuels her dreams, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with hope. The Buddha taught, aspiration is the seed of liberation. With hope, one plants the path to peace. This Zen principle of aspiration encourages you to trust in your dreams, holding hope for their possibility, like a star lighting the night sky. Some traditions believe aspiration requires meditative faith to nurture dreams, while others see it as a natural response to life's possibilities. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The shooting star's light, like aspiration, sparks hope when you trust in your dreams. Its glow, a guide to inner harmony, like a whisper in the meadow's grass, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a hopeful spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's doubt mirrors your own when you question your dreams. Perhaps a fear they're unreachable, a hesitation to aspire, or a dimmed hope for what could be, like a dreamer doubting his art beneath the stars. The starlit meadow, its sky glittering with possibility, is like aspiration. It invites you to trust in your dreams, holding hope for their unfolding, like a shooting star, lighting your path, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with optimism. Zen teaches that doubt stifles your dreams, but aspiration brings peace, like an insect humming in the night, allowing you to sleep with a hopeful heart and rise with an uplifted spirit, as if your dreams have always been possible. Ren's jasmine bloom, glowing with starlight, shows that aspiration begins with hope, breathing, dreaming without fear, its sweetness a spark of possibility, like a single star in the meadow's sky. His starlit presence, one with the meadow's calm, embodies a life of hopeful dreaming, each moment a light of possibility, like a blade of grass under the stars. The meadow's fresh air, scented with jasmine, mirrors your capacity to aspire, each breath a chance to rest in life's dreams. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative faith to cultivate aspiration, others, the spontaneous hope of a dreaming heart. Both paths lead to the same meadow. Aspiration whispers harmony, like a star shining with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the shooting star's light, soft and hopeful, streaking through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a doubt about your dreams? Perhaps a fear they're unreachable, a hesitation to aspire? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the meadow. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a dim thought? Let them lift like a hum in the grass. You might reflect on a moment you doubted your dreams, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to trust in their possibility, to aspire like the star's fleeting glow? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like jasmine in the air. Imagine walking with Ren, the jasmine bloom in your hand, its sweetness grounding you. The meadow whispers, aspiration glows. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to dream with hope, to rest in life's possibilities. As you exhale, feel your heart rise, ready to carry this hope into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The starlit meadow's hopeful glow fades, and now you walk into a small village at dusk, where a festival unfolds under a sky of deep blue and gold, the last light of day mingling with the warm glow of paper lanterns strung between thatched cottages. Villagers gather in the square, their laughter and music filling the air as they dance in a circle, their hands linked in a shared rhythm, while children weave through the crowd, their faces painted with joy, carrying small lanterns that flicker like tiny stars. The air is warm, scented with the savory aroma of roasted chestnuts and the faint sweetness of rice wine shared among friends, each breath slowing to match the festival's joyful rhythm, a tender pulse of unity in the dusk's embrace. A flute's melody rises above the laughter, its notes weaving through the crowd, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant connection. Your body rests heavily, as if the village's festive earth cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the peaceful warmth of now. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met in the starlit meadow, walks into this village festival beside the Zen monk. Ren, the jasmine bloom from their last meeting, still in her satchel, its sweet glow a reminder of the aspiration she's beginning to embrace. The meadow's starlit hope has fueled her dreams to find a passion beyond her family's tradition. But a quiet sense of separation lingers, a feeling that her journey is hers alone, that her aspirations set her apart from others, dimming her sense of belonging. They join the festival, the lantern's warm glow, and the villagers' shared dance, silent lesson in the dusk's calm. Aiko watches the villagers hold hands, their circle a living symbol of unity, and turns to Ren. I've found hope to aspire, she says, but I still feel separate in my journey. How am I part of the whole? Ren pauses by a lantern strung above the square, his gray robes catching its glow, his eyes tracing the villagers' linked hands, his face serene as the festival's joyful expanse. Feel their hands, he says, his voice soft as the flute's melody. Aiko watches the circle, each villager's hand linked to another, their dance a shared rhythm, a web of connection where no one stands alone, their joy a collective light in the dusk. Ren shares a story of a weaver named Echo, who once lived in a village like this, her heart heavy with isolation, focused on her own loom, her own threads, feeling her solitary work set her apart, her belonging dimmed by separation. Echo wove alone, until one dusk she joined a festival like this, her hand taken in the dance, the circle teaching her that her threads were part of a greater tapestry, her cloth clothing, the village, her work woven into their lives. Echo found unity in that dance, her heart light with connection for the first time, her life a shared thread in the village's joy. Ren takes a small paper lantern from a child passing by, its flame flickering warmly, and hands it to Aiko, a piece of the festival's unity to hold as they join the circle. "You are part of the dance," he says. Aiko holds the lantern, its warmth grounding her, her breath softening as she joins the villagers' hands, her sense of separation fading like shadows in the lantern's glow. Ren dances beside her, the flute's melody a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart expand, her journey now a path of unity. That night, she dreams of a festival where every lantern lights the whole, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey as part of the community. The Buddha taught, all beings are interconnected in unity. There is no separation, only peace. This Zen principle of interconnectedness, pratityasamutpada, reveals that your journey is woven into a greater whole, each life a thread in the tapestry of existence, like a village festival, uniting all in dance. Some traditions believe unity requires meditative insight to see this connection, while others see it as a lived truth in shared moments. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The villager's dance, like your life, weaves you into a greater whole, its connection a guide to inner harmony, like a flute's melody linking hearts, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a connected spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's sense of separation mirrors your own when you feel alone in your journey. Perhaps a belief your path is solitary, a longing to belong, or a disconnect from others, like a weaver working alone at her loom. The village festival, its lanterns glowing with shared joy, is like interconnectedness. It invites you to see your journey as part of a greater whole, each step a thread in life's tapestry, like a hand linked in the dance, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with unity. Zen teaches that separation creates isolation, but unity brings peace, like a child's laughter weaving through the crowd, allowing you to sleep with a connected heart and rise with a unified spirit, as if you've always been part of the circle. Ren's paper lantern, flickering with warmth, shows that unity begins with joining, breathing, feeling your shared humanity. Its glow a spark of connection, like a single note in the festival's song. His dusk-lit presence, one with the village's joy, embodies a life of interconnected awareness, each moment a shared light, like a lantern strung above the square. The festival's warm air, scented with chestnuts, mirrors your capacity to feel unity, each breath a chance to rest in life's shared joy. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to see interdependence, others the spontaneous joy of shared connection. Both paths lead to the same festival. Unity whispers harmony like a lantern glowing with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the flute's melody, soft and linked, weaving through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a feeling of separation, perhaps a longing to belong, a sense of being apart? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the square. What sensations stir? A quiet ache, a distant heart? Let them blend like laughter in the crowd. You might reflect on a moment you felt alone, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to join the circle? To feel unity like a hand in the festival's dance? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like chestnuts in the air. Imagine dancing with Ren, the lantern in your hand, its warmth grounding you. The festival whispers, you are woven, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to feel connected, to rest in life's shared light. As you exhale, feel your heart expand, ready to carry this unity into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The village festival's joyful unity fades, and now you walk through the same village at twilight, where a lantern parade winds through the narrow streets. The villagers carrying glowing paper lanterns that cast a warm, golden light, their flickering flames creating a river of illumination against the deepening indigo sky. The parade moves slowly, each step a shared rhythm, the lanterns swaying like a constellation brought to earth, lighting the way with a quiet sense of purpose. The air is cool, scented with the lingering aroma of roasted chestnuts from the festival and the faint waxiness of the lantern's flames, each breath slowing to match the parade's deliberate pace, a tender pulse of intention in the twilight's embrace. A drum beats softly in the distance, its rhythm guiding the procession, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant purpose. Your body rests heavily, as if the village's glowing streets cradle you, each exhale softening into the peaceful clarity of now. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met at the village festival, walks in this lantern parade beside the Zen monk Ren, the small paper lantern from their last meeting still in her hand, its warm glow a reminder of the unity she's beginning to feel with others. The festival's shared dance has woven her journey into a greater whole, but a quiet question lingers, an uncertainty about how her actions, her newfound aspirations, shape this tapestry, whether her pursuit of passion has a meaningful purpose. They join the parade, the lantern's light casting a golden hue on their faces, their glow a silent lesson in the twilight's calm. Aiko watches the villagers carry their lanterns with care, each flame a deliberate act of light in the darkness, and turns to Ren. I feel part of the whole, she says, but how do my actions matter in this tapestry? What is my purpose in my aspirations? Ren walks beside her, his gray robes catching the lantern's glow, his eyes tracing the procession's steady flow, his face serene as the village's illuminated streets. Feel their light, he says, his voice soft as the drums beat. Aiko holds her lantern higher, its flame steady and warm, each villager's light joining hers to create a river of purpose, a shared intention to illuminate the night. Ren shares a story of an artisan named Soma, who once lived in a village like this, her heart Heavy with doubt about her work, she crafted pottery, but feared her creations were too small to matter, her purpose dimmed by uncertainty. Soma worked with hesitation until one twilight she joined a lantern parade like this, her pottery holding the candles that lit the way. The parade's shared light taught her that each act, each creation, shapes the whole. Her pots held light for the village, her purpose a ripple in their lives, and she crafted with intention for the first time, her spirit clear with meaning, her work a beacon of purpose. Ren adjusts Aiko's lantern, its flame glowing brighter, and hands her a small candle wick, its unlit thread a symbol of potential, a piece of the parade's purpose to hold as they walk. Act with purpose, he says. Aiko holds the wick, its softness grounding her breath slowing as she mirrors the lantern's intentional glow, her uncertainty fading like shadows in the parade's light. Ren walks beside her. The drums beat a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart align, her journey now a path of purpose. That night, she dreams of a parade where every lantern shapes the night, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with meaningful action. The Buddha taught, right intention leads to right action. In purpose, one finds the path to peace. This Zen principle of mindful intention, sankappa, urges you to act with awareness, knowing each choice shapes the greater whole, like a lantern lighting a parade through the night. Some traditions believe intention requires meditative focus to align actions, while others see it as a natural clarity in each moment's choice. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The lantern parade's glow, like mindful intention, shapes the whole when performed with care. Its purpose a guide to inner harmony, like a drumbeat guiding the procession, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a purposeful spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's uncertainty mirrors your own when you question the impact of your actions, perhaps doubting if your efforts matter, wondering about your purpose, or feeling small in the world's vastness, like an artisan unsure of her pottery's worth. The lantern parade, its flames creating a river of light, is like mindful intention. It invites you to act with awareness, knowing each choice weaves into life's tapestry, like a lantern lighting the way, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with purpose. Zen teaches that mindless actions create chaos, but intention brings peace, like a drumbeat uniting the crowd, allowing you to sleep with a steady heart and rise with a purposeful spirit, as if your actions have always mattered. Ren's candlewick, unlit yet full of potential, shows that purpose begins with intention, breathing, acting with care. Its softness a spark of meaning, like a single flame in the parade's glow. His twilight presence, one with the village's rhythm, embodies a life of mindful action, each moment a light in the whole, like a lantern strung above the street. The village's warm air, scented with chestnuts, mirrors your capacity to act with purpose, each breath a chance to shape your path with care. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative mindfulness to align actions, others, the spontaneous clarity of a purposeful heart. Both paths lead to the same parade. Purpose whispers harmony, like a lantern glowing with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the lantern's flame, steady and purposeful, glowing through this moment's quiet. Can you sense an uncertainty about your actions? Perhaps a doubt about their impact? A question of purpose? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the street. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a racing mind? Let them settle, like a lantern in the crowd. You might reflect on an action you question, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to act with care, to shape your path, like a lantern's purposeful light in the parade? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like chestnuts in the air. Imagine walking with Ren, the candle wick in your hand, its softness grounding you. The parade whispers, purpose shapes. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to act with mindfulness, to rest in life's intentional flow. As you exhale, feel your heart align, ready to carry this purpose into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The lantern parade's purposeful glow fades, and now you walk through a golden rice field at dawn, where ripe stalks stretch across a terraced hillside, their heavy heads bowing gently in the morning breeze, ready for harvest under a sky of soft peach and lavender hues. Villagers work together in the field, their sickles flashing in the sunlight as they cut the stalks with a rhythmic grace, their movements a shared dance of balance between effort and ease. Gathering the harvest with care, the air is warm, scented with the earthy tang of rice straw and the faint sweetness of the morning dew clinging to the stalks, each breath slowing to match the field's harmonious rhythm, a tender pulse of equilibrium in the dawn's embrace. A sparrow flits between the terraces, its chirp a joyful note in the harvest's song, drawing you deeper into this moment's balanced peace. Your body rests heavily, as if the field's golden earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant calm of now. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met in the lantern parade, walks through this rice harvest beside the Zen monk Ren, the candle wick from their last meeting still in her satchel, its unlit potential a reminder of the purposeful intention she's beginning to embrace. The parade's shared light has aligned her actions with meaning, showing her how her aspirations weave into the greater whole. But a subtle tension lingers, a struggle to balance her newfound passion with the duty she feels toward her family's lantern-making tradition. As if she must choose between them, they join the villagers in the field, the harvest's rhythmic dance, a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Aiko watches a farmer cut a stalk with steady effort, then pause to rest with ease, his movements a harmony of work and calm, and turns to Ren. I've found purpose in my actions, she says, but I feel torn between my passion and my duty. How do I find balance? Ren kneels by a rice stalk, his gray robes catching the sunrise's glow, his eyes tracing the farmer's steady rhythm, his face serene as the field's golden expanse. Watch their dance, he says, his voice soft as the sparrow's chirp. Aiko observes the harvest, each villager balancing effort with rest, their sickles moving in a rhythm that neither rushes nor stalls, a perfect equilibrium between work and ease. Ren shares a story of a farmer named Jiro, who once worked a harvest like this, his heart torn between the duty of feeding his family and his passion for carving wooden toys for the village children. His days a struggle between obligation and joy. Jiro toiled unevenly until one dawn he joined a harvest like this, the villagers' rhythm, teaching him to balance, working the fields with care, then carving with love in the evenings, his life a dance of equilibrium. The harvest's harmony gave Jiro peace, his heart steady for the first time, his spirit a balance of duty and passion. Ren cuts a single rice stalk, its golden grains heavy with life, and hands it to Aiko, a piece of the harvest's equilibrium to hold as they work. Balance effort and joy, he says. Aiko holds the stalk, its weight grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the farmer's harmonious rhythm, her tension between passion and duty settling into balance. Ren works beside her, the sparrows chirp, a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart center, her journey now a path of equilibrium. That night, she dreams of a field where every harvest sings of balance, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with harmony. The Buddha taught, the middle way is the path of balance. In equilibrium, one finds true peace. This Zen principle of balance encourages you to harmonize effort and ease, neither neglecting duty nor abandoning joy, like a rice harvest balancing work with rest. Some traditions believe balance requires meditative practice to align the heart, while others see it as a natural rhythm in mindful living. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The rice harvest's rhythm, like a balanced heart, finds peace when you harmonize duty and passion. Its equilibrium, a guide to inner harmony, like a sparrow dancing in the field, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a centered spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's tension mirrors your own when you feel torn between competing demands, perhaps balancing work and passion, duty and desire, or effort and rest. Like a farmer caught between providing and creating, the rice harvest, its villagers moving in a rhythmic dance, is like the middle way. It invites you to find equilibrium, harmonizing your obligations with your joys, like a sickle cutting with ease, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with balance. Zen teaches that extremes create conflict, but balance brings peace, like a sparrow flitting with grace, allowing you to sleep with a centered heart and rise with a harmonious spirit, as if both duty and joy have always coexisted. Ren's rice stalk, heavy with grains, shows that equilibrium begins with harmony, breathing, aligning effort with ease, its weight a spark of balance, like a single cut in the harvest's rhythm. His dawn-lit presence, one with the field's calm, embodies a life of balanced awareness, each moment a dance of harmony, like a stalk bowing in the breeze. The field's earthy air, scented with dew, mirrors your capacity to find balance, each breath a chance to rest in life's steady rhythm. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative balance to align the heart, others the spontaneous harmony of a mindful life. Both paths lead to the same field. Equilibrium whispers harmony, like a harvest flowing with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the farmer's rhythm, steady and harmonious, dancing through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a tension between demands, perhaps a pull between duty and desire, effort and rest? Notice it gently, like a ripple in the field. What sensations stir? A racing mind, a heavy heart? Let them settle like a stalk in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you felt torn, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to find balance, to harmonize like the harvest's rhythmic dance? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like dew in the air. Imagine working with Ren, the rice stalk in your hand, its weight grounding you. The field whispers, balance holds, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to harmonize, to rest in life's steady flow. As you exhale, feel your heart center ready to carry this equilibrium into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The rice harvest's golden equilibrium fades, and now you walk along a frosty slope at dawn, where a high mountain path is dusted with a thin layer of frost, its icy crystals glittering like tiny diamonds under the first pale light of a sky streaked with soft blues and golds. The slope descends gently, its surface slick with the morning's chill, while hardy alpine flowers poke through the frost, their purple petals a defiant burst of life amidst the cold. The air is crisp, scented with the sharp tang of frost and the faint earthiness of frozen soil, each breath slowing to match the slope's quiet resilience. A tender pulse of freedom in the dawn's embrace. A mountain goat navigates the slope with sure-footed grace, its hooves steady on the icy path, drawing you deeper into this moment's liberating calm. Your body rests heavily, as if the mountain's frosty earth cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant peace of now. Iko, the young lantern maker you met in the rice harvest, walks this frosty slope beside the Zen monk Ren, the rice stalk from their last meeting still in her satchel, its golden grains a reminder of the equilibrium she's beginning to embrace between passion and duty. The harvest's rhythmic balance has centered her heart, harmonizing her aspirations with her family's expectations. But a quiet fear lingers, a lingering attachment to her family's approval, a fear of disappointing them by pursuing her own path, holding her back from true freedom. They descend the slope, the frost glittering beneath their feet, the mountain goat's steady steps, a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Aiko watches the goat move with fearless grace, unafraid of the icy path, and turns to Ren. I've found balance between passion and duty, she says, but I still fear disappointing my family. How do I find freedom from this? Ren pauses by a cluster of alpine flowers, his gray robes catching the sunrise's glow, his eyes tracing the goat's sure steps, his face serene as the slope's frosty expanse. Watch it stride, he says, his voice steady as the goat's hooves. Aiko observes the mountain goat, its movements free and unburdened, navigating the slope without clinging to fear, a dance of liberation in the icy dawn. Ren shares a story of a traveler named Kai, who once walked a slope like this, his heart heavy with attachment to his family's expectations. He longed to explore the mountains, but feared their disapproval. His freedom dimmed by obligation, Kai traveled with hesitation, until one dawn he saw a mountain goat like this, its fearless stride teaching him to release his fear of disappointing others, to walk his own path with freedom. The goat's liberation gave Kai the courage to explore, his heart light with independence for the first time, his journey a path of freedom in the mountain's embrace. Ren kneels by the flowers, brushing away a layer of frost to reveal their vibrant petals, and hands Aiko a small alpine bloom, its purple a symbol of resilience, a piece of the slope's liberation to hold as they walk. Release your fear, he says. Aiko holds the bloom, its softness grounding her, her breath softening as she mirrors the goat's fearless stride, her fear of disappointing her family fading like frost in the sunrise. Ren walks beside her, the goat's steady steps a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart lighten. Her journey now a path of liberation. That night, she dreams of a slope where every step sets her free, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with independence. The Buddha taught, let go of attachment to others' expectations. In liberation, one finds true peace. This Zen principle of non-attachment invites you to release the fear of disappointing others, finding freedom in your own path, like a mountain goat walking an icy slope with fearless grace. Some traditions believe liberation requires meditative practice to dissolve attachment, while others see it as a natural freedom when you let go of fear. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The mountain goat's stride, like a liberated heart, moves freely. When you release fear, its freedom, a guide to inner harmony, like a flower blooming through frost, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a free spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's fear mirrors your own when you cling to others' expectations. Perhaps a worry about disappointing family, a fear of judgment, or a pressure to conform, like a traveler bound by obligation on an icy path. The frosty slope, its goat, navigating with grace, is like non-attachment. It invites you to let go of fear, finding freedom in your own path, like a step unburdened by ice, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with independence. Zen teaches that attachment to approval creates bondage, but liberation brings peace, like an alpine flower defying the cold, allowing you to sleep with a free heart and rise with a liberated spirit, as if your path has always been your own. Ren's alpine bloom, vibrant through frost, shows that liberation begins with release, breathing, letting go of fear. Its purple, a spark of freedom, like a single step on the icy slope. His dawn-lit presence, one with the slope's calm, embodies a life of liberated trust. Each moment a fearless stride, like a crystal glittering in the sun. The slope's crisp air, scented with frost, mirrors your capacity to find freedom. Each breath a chance to rest in your own path. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative release to end attachment. Others, the spontaneous freedom of a fearless heart. Both paths lead to the same slope. Liberation whispers, harmony, like a goat walking with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the goat's stride, soft and free, stepping through this moment's quiet, Can you sense a fear of disappointing others? Perhaps a worry about judgment, a pressure to conform? Notice it gently, like frost on the slope. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a tense breath. Let them melt like ice in the sun. You might reflect on a moment you felt bound by expectations, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to let go? To walk your path like the goat's fearless stride on the icy slope? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like frost in the air. Imagine walking with Ren, the alpine bloom in your hand, its softness grounding you. The slope whispers, liberation holds. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to release fear, to rest in your own freedom. As you exhale, feel your heart lighten, ready to carry this independence into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The frosty slopes, liberating chill fades. And now, you walk through a quiet mountain village at dusk, where stone houses with mossy roofs line a cobbled path, their windows glowing faintly with the warm light of hearths within. In the village square, a broken lantern lies discarded near an old well, its bamboo frame cracked and paper torn, yet the remnants of its once bright glow still catch the twilight's soft purple hues, a quiet testament to beauty in imperfection. The air is cool, scented with the earthy tang of moss and the faint smokiness of burning cedar from nearby homes, each breath slowing to match the village's serene rhythm, a tender pulse of acceptance in the dusk's embrace. A cat pads softly across the cobblestones, its amber eyes glinting in the fading light, drawing you deeper into this moment's gentle wholeness. Your body rests heavily, as if the village's ancient stones cradle you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now Aiko, the young lantern maker you met on the frosty slope, walks through this mountain village beside the Zen monk Ren, the alpine bloom from their last meeting still in her satchel, its vibrant purple, a reminder of the liberation she's beginning to embrace by releasing her fear of disappointing her family. The slope's fearless freedom has lightened her attachment to approval, but a quiet self-judgment lingers, a criticism of her own journey, her unfulfilled dreams as a lantern maker, as if her broken aspirations make her less whole. They reach the village square, the broken lantern lying near the well, its cracked frame a silent lesson in the dusk's calm. Aiko kneels by the lantern, tracing its torn paper with her fingers, and turns to Ren. "I've found freedom from fear," she says, "but I judge my unfulfilled dreams as failures. How can I see them as whole?" Ren sits on the well's edge, his gray robes catching the twilight's glow, his eyes tracing the lantern's cracks, his face serene as the village's mossy expanse. "See its light," he says, his voice soft as the cat's purr. Aiko looks at the broken lantern, its cracks catching the last light, each tear and splinter a story of its journey, wind, rain, and time, making it uniquely whole. Despite its imperfection, Ren shares a story of a craftsman named Soma, who once lived in a village like this, his heart heavy with self-judgment. For his own flaws, he crafted wooden flutes, but discarded those with imperfect notes, fearing they diminished his worth, his wholeness dimmed by rejection. Soma worked with criticism until one dusk he found a broken lantern like this, its cracks glowing in the light. The lantern's wholeness taught him to see beauty in imperfection, and he played his flawed flutes, their notes a story of resilience, his heart accepting his journey's scars for the first time, his music radiant with newfound peace. Ren lifts the broken lantern, its cracked frame warm in his hands, and hands Aiko a small piece of its torn paper, its edge softly glowing, a piece of the lantern's wholeness to hold as they sit. "Your flaws are whole," he says. Aiko holds the paper, its softness grounding her breath softening as she mirrors the lantern's acceptance, her self-judgment fading like shadows in the twilight. Ren sits beside her, the cat's purr a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart open, her journey now a path of wholeness. That night, she dreams of a village where every crack shines like light, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with self-acceptance. The Buddha taught, all things are perfect in their impermanence. In flaws, they hold the beauty of existence. This Zen principle of wabi-sabi celebrates the beauty of imperfection, urging you to embrace your flaws as part of your wholeness. Like a broken lantern glowing in the dusk, some traditions view imperfection as a reminder to transcend attachment to ideals, while others see it as a joyful acceptance of life's natural state. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The broken lantern's glow, like your journey's flaws, is not a failure, but a unique beauty. Its cracks a guide to inner harmony, like a cat purring in the twilight, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a loving spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's self-judgment mirrors your own when you criticize your imperfections. Perhaps unfulfilled dreams, perceived failures, or flaws you see in your journey. Like a craftsman rejecting his imperfect flutes, the broken lantern, its cracks glowing with light, is like wabi-sabi. It invites you to see beauty in your flaws, finding peace in their unique story. Like a tear in paper catching the glow, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with self-love. Zen teaches that judging your flaws creates inner conflict, but embracing them brings wholeness. Like a cat finding the warmth in the village square, allowing you to sleep with a loving heart and rise with an accepting spirit, as if your imperfections have always been whole. Ren's piece of torn paper, softly glowing, shows that wholeness begins with acceptance, breathing, seeing your flaws as art, its light a spark of beauty. Like a single crack in a lantern's frame, his twilight presence, one with the village's calm, embodies a life that cherishes the imperfect, each moment a flawed masterpiece. Like moss growing on a roof, the village's smoky air, scented with cedar, mirrors your capacity to embrace your journey, each breath a chance to rest in your own wholeness. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative detachment from perfection, others, the spontaneous joy of life's imperfections. Both paths lead to the same village. Wholeness whispers harmony, like a broken lantern, glowing with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the lantern's glow, soft and accepting, shining through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a self-judgment, Perhaps a failure you criticize, a dream you see as flawed. Notice it gently, like a crack in the lantern. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a harsh thought. Let them settle, like a cat on the cobblestones. You might reflect on a moment you judged yourself, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to see your flaws as whole, to embrace your journey like the lantern's glowing cracks? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like smoke in the air. Imagine sitting with Ren, the torn paper in your hand, its softness grounding you. The village whispers, wholeness shines. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to embrace your imperfections, to rest in life's tender beauty. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this acceptance into your dreams. Awakening with peace tomorrow. The mountain village's broken lantern fades, and now you walk through a narrow mountain pass at twilight, where steep cliffs rise on either side, their rocky faces softened by cascading ivy that glows faintly in the dim light of a sky streaked with deep indigo and silver. The pass winds through the mountains, its path uneven with loose stones, yet a quiet stream trickles alongside, its gentle flow reflecting the last light of day, a serene reminder of connection amidst the rugged terrain. The air is cool, scented with the mineral tang of wet stone and the faint freshness of ivy leaves, each breath slowing to match the stream's soothing rhythm, a tender pulse of understanding in the twilight's embrace. A fox crosses the pass. Ahead, its amber fur, a fleeting warmth in the dusk, drawing you deeper into this moment's compassionate calm. Your body rests heavily, as if the mountain's ancient path cradles you, each exhale softening into the radiant peace of now. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met in the mountain village, walks this narrow pass beside the Zen monk Ren, the torn piece of lantern paper from their last meeting still in her satchel, its soft glow a reminder of the wholeness she's beginning to embrace in her imperfections. The broken lantern's beauty has opened her heart to self-acceptance, but a quiet resentment lingers, a hurt toward her family for their rigid expectations, a wound that keeps her from fully connecting with them, dimming her inner peace. They traverse the pass, the stream's gentle flow and the fox's fleeting presence, a silent lesson in the twilight's calm. Aiko watches the fox pause to drink from the stream, its grace unmarred by the rugged path, and turns to Ren. "I've seen wholeness in my flaws," she says, "but I resent my family for their expectations. How do I understand them?" Ren pauses by the stream, his gray robes catching the twilight's glow, his eyes tracing the fox's gentle sip, his face serene as the pass's rocky expanse. "Feel their flow," he says, his voice soft as the stream's murmur. Aiko kneels by the water, feeling its coolness on her fingers, its flow a quiet reminder of connection, a bridge between the cliff's harshness and the life it sustains. Ren shares a story of a stranger named Echo, who once walked a pass like this, his heart heavy with resentment toward his father for forcing him into a trade he despised, his connection to his family strained by anger, his peace dimmed by bitterness. Echo traveled with a closed heart until one twilight he met a traveler struggling with a heavy pack in a pass like this, helping him carry the load. In the traveler's gratitude, Echo saw his father's own struggles, his fear of failure, his desire to provide, and understood his intentions, his resentment softening into understanding for the first time, his heart mended by compassion. Ren dips his hand into the stream, catching a few droplets, their coolness glistening, and hands Aiko a small ivy leaf, its green a symbol of connection, a piece of the pass's understanding to hold as they walk. Understand their hearts, he says. Aiko holds the leaf, its softness grounding her, her breath softening as she mirrors the stream's gentle flow, her resentment toward her family fading like shadows in the twilight. Ren walks beside her, the fox's amber warmth a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart mend, her journey now a path of understanding. That night, she dreams of a pass where every stream connects hearts, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with compassion. The Buddha taught, understanding is the root of compassion. In seeing another's heart, you heal your own. This Zen principle of understanding urges you to look beyond resentment, seeing the intentions behind others' actions, like a stream flowing through a rugged pass. Some traditions believe understanding requires meditative insight to cultivate empathy, while others see it as a natural softening through connection. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The stream's flow, like understanding, heals when you see another's heart, its connection a guide to inner harmony, like a fox finding warmth in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a compassionate spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's resentment mirrors your own when you hold onto hurts from others. Perhaps a family expectation, a misunderstanding, or a wound that festers. Like a stranger resenting his father's choices, the mountain pass, its stream flowing through rugged cliffs, is like understanding. It invites you to look beyond resentment, seeing the intentions behind others' actions, like a stream connecting harsh stones, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with a healed heart. Zen teaches that resentment creates separation, but understanding brings connection, like a fox drinking from the stream, allowing you to sleep with a compassionate heart and rise with a mended spirit, as if the wound has always been a bridge. Ren's ivy leaf, green and soft, shows that understanding begins with seeing, breathing, feeling another's heart, its freshness a spark of connection, like a single ripple in the stream. His twilight presence, one with the pass's calm, embodies a life of compassionate insight, each moment a flow of understanding, like ivy softening stone. The pass's mineral air, scented with freshness, mirrors your capacity to understand, each breath a chance to rest in shared humanity. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative empathy to heal resentment, others, the spontaneous softening of a seeing heart. Both paths lead to the same pass. Understanding whispers harmony, like a stream flowing with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the stream's flow, soft and connecting, rippling through. This moment's quiet. Can you sense a resentment you hold? Perhaps a hurt from family, a lingering misunderstanding? Notice it gently, like a stone in the pass. What sensations stir? A heavy heart? A tight chest? Let them soften like ivy on the cliffs. You might reflect on someone who caused you pain, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to see their intentions, to understand like the stream's gentle flow? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like freshness in the air. Imagine walking with Ren, the ivy leaf in your hand, its softness grounding you. The past whispers, understanding heals. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to see another's heart, to rest in life's gentle connection. As you exhale, feel your heart mend, ready to carry this compassion into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The mountain passes, gentle stream fades, and now you walk across a windy plateau at dawn, where vast, open plains stretch beneath a sky of pale gold and soft rose, the first light of day battling gusts of wind that sweep across the landscape, bending the tall, dry grasses in waves of golden motion. Scattered boulders stand like ancient sentinels, their weathered surfaces etched with time, enduring the wind's relentless force with quiet strength. The air is crisp, scented with the dry tang of grass and the faint mineral scent of dust carried on the breeze, each breath slowing to match the plateau's unyielding rhythm, a powerful pulse of fortitude in the dawn's embrace. A hawk circles above, its wings steady against the wind, a symbol of resilience soaring through the gusts, drawing you deeper into this moment's steadfast resolve. Your body rests heavily, as if the plateau's rugged earth cradles you, each exhale softening into the radiant strength of now. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met in the mountain pass, walks this windy plateau beside the Zen monk Ren, the ivy leaf from their last meeting still in her satchel, its soft green, a reminder of the understanding she's beginning to embrace toward her family. The pass's gentle flow has softened her resentment, mending her connection with her family through compassion. But a quiet doubt lingers, a fear that the challenges of fully pursuing her own path, the winds of uncertainty and opposition, will shake her newfound peace and resolve. They cross the plateau, the wind whipping around them, the hawk's steady flight a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Aiko watches the hawk soar against the gusts, its wings unwavering despite the wind's force, and turns to Ren. "I've understood my family's heart," she says, "but I fear the challenges of my own path will break me. How do I find fortitude to keep going?" Ren pauses by a boulder, his gray robes billowing in the wind, his eyes tracing the hawk's resilient arc, his face serene as the plateau's golden expanse. "Feel its wings," he says, his voice steady as the hawk's cry against the wind. Aiko watches the hawk, its flight a balance of strength and grace, enduring the wind without faltering, a testament to fortitude carved by the sky's trials. Ren shares a story of a nomad named Soma, who once roamed a plateau like this, her heart heavy with doubt about her journey. She traveled to trade goods, but feared the harsh winds, bandits, and scarcity would end her path. Her resolve dimmed by uncertainty, Soma traveled with fear, until one dawn she saw a hawk like this, its wings steady through the gusts, teaching her to endure with quiet strength. The hawk's fortitude gave Soma the resilience to continue her trade, her heart unshaken for the first time. her spirit a beacon of perseverance in the wind's embrace. Ren touches the boulder, its surface warm from the rising sun, and hands Aiko small, wind-worn stone, its edges smoothed by the plateau's gusts, a piece of its fortitude. To hold as they walk, stand like the hawk, he says. Aiko holds the stone, its warmth grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the hawk's steady flight, her fear of challenges fading like dust in the wind. Ren walks beside her, the hawk's cry a fierce companion, and Aiko feels her heart strengthen, her journey now a path of fortitude. That night, she dreams of a plateau where every wind fuels her strength, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with unwavering resolve. The Buddha taught, fortitude is the strength of the wise. Through it, one endures all trials. This Zen principle of resilience, virya, urges you to cultivate inner strength, standing firm against life's challenges. Like a hawk soaring through the wind with unwavering grace. Some traditions believe fortitude requires meditative resolve to build resilience, while others see it as a natural response to life's adversities. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The hawk's steady flight, like a heart of fortitude, endures when you stand firm. Its resilience, a guide to inner harmony, like a boulder standing against the wind, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with an unshaken spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's fear mirrors your own when you doubt your ability to face challenges. Perhaps a fear of setbacks, opposition, or uncertainty shaking your resolve. Like a nomad dreading the wind's trials. The windy plateau, its hawk soaring through the gusts, is like virya. It invites you to cultivate fortitude within, enduring challenges with steady strength, like a wing cutting through the wind, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with resilience. Zen teaches that doubt weakens your spirit, but fortitude brings peace, like a boulder standing through time, allowing you to sleep with a steadfast heart and rise with an unshaken spirit, as if you've always been capable of facing the wind. Ren's wind-worn stone, smoothed by the plateau's gusts, shows that fortitude begins with standing firm, breathing, enduring, its warmth a spark of strength, like a single cry against the wind. His dawn-lit presence, one with the plateau's calm, embodies a life of steadfast resilience, each moment a stand against adversity, like a grass blade bending but not breaking. The plateau's crisp air, scented with dust, mirrors your capacity to endure, each breath a chance to rest in life's steady strength. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative resolve to build fortitude, others the spontaneous strength of a persistent heart. Both paths lead to the same plateau. Fortitude whispers harmony, like a hawk soaring with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the hawk's wings, steady and strong, soaring through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a fear of challenges, perhaps a doubt about your strength, a worry about setbacks? Notice it gently, like a gust on the plateau. What sensations stir? A racing heart, a tense breath. Let them steady, like a boulder in the wind. You might reflect on a moment you felt shaken, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to endure, to stand firm like the hawk's flight through the gusts. No need to answer. Let the question drift, like dust in the air. Imagine walking with Ren, the stone in your hand, its warmth grounding you. The plateau whispers, fortitude holds, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to stand firm, to rest in life's steady resilience. As you exhale, feel your heart strengthen, ready to carry this resolve into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The windy plateau's resilient gusts fade, and now you walk through a serene grove at midnight, where a small wooden shrine rests beneath a canopy of ancient pine trees, its tiled roof glowing softly under the full moon's silver light, casting delicate shadows across the mossy stone steps leading to its entrance. Inside the shrine, a single incense stick burns, its thin wisp of smoke curling upward, filling the air with a gentle fragrance, while a bronze statue of a seated Buddha meditates in the moonlight, radiating a quiet peace. The air is cool, scented with the woody tang of pine and the subtle sweetness of incense, each breath slowing to match the shrine's tranquil rhythm, a tender lullaby of calm in the midnight's embrace. A nightingale sings softly from the pines, its melody weaving through the stillness, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene tranquility. Your body rests heavily, as if the shrine's sacred earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met on the windy plateau, walks this moonlit grove beside the Zen monk Ren, the wind-worn stone from their last meeting still in her satchel, its smoothed warmth a reminder of the fortitude she's beginning to embrace. The hawk's steady flight has strengthened her resolve to face the challenges of her own path, but a quiet restlessness lingers, a worry that life's small frustrations, the daily pressures of her journey, will disrupt her newfound peace and inner strength. They approach the shrine, its incense smoke curling in the moonlight, the Buddha's serene presence, a silent lesson in the midnight's calm. Aiko watches the incense burn steadily, its fragrance a quiet anchor in the night, and turns to Ren. I've found fortitude to face challenges, she says, but I worry life's daily struggles will unsettle me. How do I find lasting tranquility? Ren steps onto the shrine's stone steps, his gray robes shimmering in the moonlight, his eyes tracing the incense's gentle curl, his face serene as the shrine's sacred expanse. Feel its scent, he says, his voice soft as the nightingale's song. Aiko closes her eyes, breathing in the incense's fragrance, its sweetness calming her mind, the shrine's stillness wrapping around her like a gentle embrace. Ren shares a story of a monk named Echo, who once tended a shrine like this, his heart often troubled by life's small irritations, disobedient novices, broken tools, the weight of daily duties, fearing they'd dim his peace, his tranquility. Echo meditated with unrest, until one midnight he sat in this shrine, the incense's fragrance teaching him to rest within, not fighting life's small disturbances, but letting them pass like smoke. In the moonlight's glow, Echo found lasting tranquility, his heart light with inner calm for the first time, his spirit a beacon in the night. Ren lights a new incense stick, its flame briefly flaring before settling into a steady glow, and hands Aiko a small pine needle, its green tip fragrant with the grove's scent, a piece of the shrine's tranquility to hold as they sit. Rest within the calm, he says. Aiko holds the needle, its scent grounding her breath slowing as she mirrors the incense's calm, her restlessness fading like shadows in the moonlight. Ren sits beside her, the nightingale's song a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart settle, her journey now a path of tranquility. That night, she dreams of a shrine where every wisp brings peace, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with lasting calm. The Buddha taught, tranquility arises from within. Do not seek it in the outer world. This Zen principle of inner tranquility urges you to find calm within your heart, untouched by life's small disturbances, like incense curling in a moonlit shrine. Some traditions believe tranquility requires meditative practice to still the mind, while others see it as a natural state when you release resistance. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The incense's fragrance, like inner tranquility, brings peace when you rest within. It's calm, a guide to inner harmony, like a nightingale singing in the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a tranquil spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's restlessness mirrors your own. When life's small frustrations unsettle your peace, perhaps daily irritations, pressures, or the weight of routine dimming your calm, like a monk troubled by broken tools, the moonlit shrine, its incense curling with steady calm, is like inner tranquility. It invites you to rest within, letting outer disturbances pass without clinging, like smoke drifting in the moonlight, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with serenity. Zen teaches that outer struggles stir unrest, but tranquility brings joy, like a nightingale's song in the stillness, allowing you to sleep with a peaceful heart and rise with a tranquil spirit, as if calm has always been your anchor. Ren's pine needle, fragrant with the grove's scent, shows that tranquility begins with a single choice: to pause, to breathe. Its green, a spark of calm, like a single wisp of incense in the shrine. His moonlit presence, one with the shrine's calm, embodies a life of inner peace, each moment a glow of serenity, like a pine needle in the breeze. The shrine's woody air, scented with incense, mirrors your capacity to find tranquility within, each breath a chance to rest in inner calm. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to cultivate tranquility. Others, the spontaneous return to your calm center. Both paths lead to the same shrine. Tranquility whispers harmony, like incense curling with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the incense's curl, soft and steady, drifting through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a restlessness, perhaps an irritation, a worry about daily struggles? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the shrine. What sensations stir? A tense breath? A heavy heart? Let them pass, like smoke in the moonlight. You might reflect on a moment you felt unsettled, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to rest within, to find tranquility, like the incense's gentle fragrance? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like incense in the air. Imagine sitting with Ren, the pine needle in your hand, its scent grounding you. The shrine whispers, tranquility shines, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to rest within, to rest in life's serene glow. As you exhale, feel your heart settle, ready to carry this peace into your dreams, awakening with serenity tomorrow. The moonlit shrine's tranquil incense fades, and now you walk along a foggy ridge at dawn, where a narrow path clings to the edge of a steep mountain, its rocky surface shrouded in thick, swirling fog that obscures the drop below, creating a veil of mystery under a sky tinged with pale gold and soft gray hues. Jagged peaks loom faintly through the mist, their outlines blurred, while a cold wind whistles through the ridge, stirring the fog in restless waves. A quiet challenge in the morning stillness. The air is frigid, scented with a sharp tang of damp rock and the faint bitterness of alpine lichen, each breath slowing to match the ridge's tense rhythm, a powerful pulse of bravery in the dawn's embrace. A raven's sharp caw cuts through the fog, its black form a fleeting shadow as it flies ahead, drawing you deeper into this moment's courageous resolve. Your body rests heavily, as if the mountain's rugged path steadies you. Each exhale, a release into the radiant strength of now Aiko, the young lantern maker you met at the moonlit shrine, walks this foggy ridge beside the Zen monk Ren, the pine needle from their last meeting, still in her satchel, its fragrant green, a reminder of the tranquility she's beginning to embrace within. The shrine's incense has settled her heart against life's daily frustrations, but a quiet fear lingers, a dread of the larger uncertainties ahead, the unknown steps of fully pursuing her passion, threatening to shake her newfound calm and resolve. They navigate the ridge, the fog thickening around them, the raven's flight a silent lesson in the dawn's misty light. Aiko grips her lantern tightly, its unlit wick a symbol of her hesitation, and turns to Ren. "I've found tranquility within," she says, "but I fear the uncertainties of my path. How do I find bravery to face them?" Ren steadies himself against the wind, his gray robes billowing in the fog, his eyes tracing the raven's bold flight, his face serene as the ridge's misty expanse. "Follow its wings," he says, his voice steady as the raven's caw. Aiko watches the raven soar through the fog, its wings cutting through the mist with fearless precision, unafraid of the unseen drop below. A symbol of bravery amidst the ridge's uncertainty. Ren shares a story of a wanderer named Kai, who once crossed a ridge like this, his heart heavy with fear of the unknown. He sought a new home, but dreaded the unseen dangers of the path. His courage dimmed by the fog's mystery, Kai hesitated with each step, until one dawn he saw a raven like this, its flight bold through the mist, teaching him to face the unknown with bravery. The raven's fearless soar gave Kai the courage to continue, his heart bold for the first time, his journey a path of bravery through the fog, leading him to a new beginning. Ren catches a small feather blown by the wind, its black sheen glinting in the faint light, and hands it to Aiko, a piece of the ridge's bravery to hold as they walk. "Step through the fog," he says. Aiko holds the feather, its softness grounding her, her breath steadying as she mirrors the raven's fearless flight. Her fear of uncertainties fading like mist in the dawn. Wren walks beside her, the raven's caw a fierce companion, and Aiko feels her heart rise. Her journey now, a path of bravery. That night, she dreams of a ridge where every step shines with courage, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with fearless resolve. The Buddha taught, bravery conquers fear. With courage, one walks the path to liberation. This Zen principle of courage urges you to face life's uncertainties with a bold heart, stepping through fear with trust, like a raven soaring through the fog. Some traditions believe courage requires meditative clarity to overcome fear, while others see it as a natural response to life's unknowns. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The raven's flight, like a courageous heart, moves through uncertainty with fearless grace, its boldness a guide to inner harmony, like a wind whistling through the mist, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a fearless spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's fear of uncertainties mirrors your own when the unknown intimidates you. Perhaps a fear of what lies ahead, a hesitation to take risks, or a dread of life's mysteries, like a wanderer faltering in the fog. The foggy ridge, its raven soaring with precision, is like courage. It invites you to face your fears head on, stepping through uncertainty with a bold heart, like a wing cutting through the mist, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with bravery. Zen teaches that fear shrinks your spirit, but courage expands it, like a raven navigating the unseen, allowing you to sleep with a fearless heart and rise with a bold spirit. As if the fog has always held a path, Wren's raven feather, black and soft, shows that bravery begins with stepping forward, breathing, facing the unknown, its sheen a spark of courage, like a single caw in the mist. His misty presence, one with the ridge's calm, embodies a life of fearless resolve, each moment a bold step, like a jagged peak standing through the fog. The ridge's frigid air, scented with lichen, mirrors your capacity to face uncertainty, each breath a chance to rest in life's bold strength. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative resolve to conquer fear, others the spontaneous bravery of a fearless heart. Both paths lead to the same ridge. Bravery whispers harmony, like a raven soaring with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the raven's flight, bold and steady, cutting through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a fear of the unknown, perhaps an uncertainty, a hesitation to take a risk? Notice it gently, like fog on the ridge. What sensations stir? A racing heart, a tense breath? Let them steady, like a peak in the mist. You might reflect on a moment you felt afraid, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to face it with bravery, to step through like the raven's wings in the fog? No need to answer. Let the question drift like mist in the air. Imagine walking with Ren, the feather in your hand, its softness grounding you. The ridge whispers, bravery rises, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to face the unknown, to rest in life's bold flow. As you exhale, feel your heart rise, ready to carry this courage into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The foggy ridge's brave ascent fades, And now you walk toward a highland lake at dawn, where a serene expanse of water nestles between rolling hills. Its surface, a perfect mirror reflecting the soft pinks and golds of a sunrise sky, dotted with the silhouettes of distant peaks. Reeds line the lake's edge, their slender forms swaying gently in the morning breeze, while a family of ducks glides across the water, their ripples spreading outward in delicate circles, weaving a web of connection across the lake's stillness. The air is fresh, scented with the clean tang of lake water and the faint sweetness of dew on the grasses, each breath slowing to match the lake's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of unity in the dawn's embrace. A loon calls from the water, its haunting song echoing across the hills, drawing you deeper into this moment's boundless interconnection. Your body rests heavily as if the lake's peaceful shores cradle you, each exhale a softening into the radiant harmony of now. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met on the foggy ridge, walks toward this highland lake beside the Zen monk Ren, the raven feather from their last meeting still in her satchel, its black sheen a reminder of the bravery she's beginning to embrace in facing uncertainties. The raven's fearless flight has emboldened her to step through the unknown, but a quiet wonder lingers, a longing to understand how her journey, her pursuit of passion, connects her to the greater whole, to all that exists around her. They reach the lake's edge, the duck's ripples spreading across the water, their interconnected dance a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Aiko watches the ripples touch the reeds, linking each element of the lake in a shared rhythm, and turns to Ren. "I've found bravery to face the unknown," she says. "But how does my journey connect me to everything? How am I part of all?" Ren kneels by the water, his gray robes catching the sunrise's glow, his eyes tracing the duck's rippling path, his face serene as the lake's mirrored expanse. "See their ripples," he says, his voice soft as the loon's call. Aiko gazes at the lake, its surface a web of connection, each ripple, each duck, each reed a thread in a greater tapestry, all life linked by the water's gentle flow, a unity that holds everything as one. Ren shares a story of a fisherman named Soma, who once lived by a lake like this, her heart heavy with a sense of separation. She fished for her village, but felt her work was hers, alone, her connection to the world dimmed by isolation. Soma fished in solitude, until one dawn she saw a family of ducks like these, their ripples spreading to touch the shore, the fish, the reeds, showing her that her every cast, her every catch, fed the village, linking her to all life. Soma realized her journey was part of a greater whole, her heart boundless with interconnection for the first time, her life a ripple in the lake's song. Ren dips his hand into the water, scooping a few droplets that shimmer like stars, and hands Aiko a small reed, its slender form a symbol of connection, a piece of the lake's unity to hold as they sit. "You are part of the web," he says. Aiko holds the reed, its softness grounding her, her breath softening as she feels her journey woven into the lake's tapestry, her sense of separation fading like mist in the sunrise. Ren sits beside her, the loons call a gentle companion, and Aiko feels her heart expand her journey now a path of interconnection. That night, she dreams of a lake where every ripple connects her to all, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey as part of the whole. The Buddha taught all things are interconnected. In seeing this, one finds peace. This Zen principle of interconnectedness, pratitya samutpada, reveals that your life is woven into a vast web of unity, each moment, each being, a thread in the tapestry of existence, like ripples spreading across a highland lake. Some traditions believe this unity requires meditative insight to see, while others see it as a lived truth in every encounter. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The lake's ripples, like your life, weave you into a greater whole. Its unity, a guide to inner harmony, like a loon's song echoing through the dawn, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a connected spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's longing to connect mirrors your own when you feel separate from the whole. Perhaps a sense of isolation, a longing to belong, or a question about your place in the world. Like a fisherman working alone by the lake, the highland lake, its ripples linking all life, is like interconnectedness. It invites you to see your journey as part of a greater whole, each step a ripple in life's tapestry, like a duck gliding across the water, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with unity. Zen teaches that separation creates loneliness, but interconnection brings peace, like a reed swaying with the breeze, allowing you to sleep with a connected heart and rise with a unified spirit, as if you've always been part of the web. Ren's slender reed, soft and green, shows that interconnection begins with seeing, breathing, feeling your place in the whole, its softness a spark of unity, like a single ripple in the lake's calm, his dawn-lit presence, one with the lake's stillness, embodies a life of interconnected awareness, each moment a thread in the world's fabric, like a droplet reflecting the sky. The lake's fresh air, scented with dew, mirrors your capacity to feel one with all, each breath a chance to rest in life's unity. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to see interdependence, others the spontaneous joy of being part of all. Both paths lead to the same lake. Interconnection whispers harmony, like a ripple spreading with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the duck's ripple, soft and linked, weaving through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a feeling of separation? Perhaps a longing to belong, a sense of being apart? Notice it gently, like a shadow on the water. What sensations stir? A quiet ache, a distant heart? Let them blend like reeds in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you felt alone, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to see yourself as one with all, like a ripple in the lake's interconnected web? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like dew in the air. Imagine sitting with Ren, the reed in your hand, its softness grounding you. The lake whispers, you are woven, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to feel connected, to rest in life's shared flow. As you exhale, feel your heart expand, ready to carry this unity into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The highland lake's rippling unity fades, and now you walk into a quiet hamlet at dawn, where thatched cottages with flower-draped roofs nestle on a gentle hillside, their stone walls glowing softly in the first light of a sunrise that paints the sky in hues of coral and gold. A small garden blooms in the hamlet's heart, its rows of daisies and marigolds shimmering with dew, while the villagers begin their day with soft murmurs and shared smiles, tending to their crops with a gentle rhythm of care. The air is warm, scented with the earthy tang of freshly turned soil and the delicate sweetness of blooming flowers, each breath slowing to match the hamlet's serene rhythm, a tender lullaby of harmony in the dawn's embrace. A rooster crows from a nearby coop, its call a joyful note in the morning's song, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant peace. Your body rests heavily, as if the hamlet's loving earth cradles you, each exhale adrift into the serene calm of now. Aiko, the young lantern maker you met by the highland lake, walks into this sunrise hamlet beside the Zen monk Ren, the slender reed from their last meeting still in her satchel, its soft green, a reminder of the interconnection she's beginning to feel with all life. The lake's rippling web has woven her journey into a greater whole, leaving her with a quiet wonder about how to carry this peace, this unity, into her daily life. Beyond her search for passion, they enter the hamlet, the villagers' gentle care, and the garden's blooming beauty, a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Aiko watches a villager tend to a marigold with love, her hands steady and kind, and turns to Ren. I feel one with all, she says, but how do I live this peace each day, in every moment? Ren sits on a stone bench by the garden, his gray robes catching the sunrise's glow, his eyes tracing the villager's tender care, his face serene as the hamlet's golden expanse. Be as the dawn, he says, his voice soft as the rooster's crow. Aiko gazes at the sunrise, its light touching each cottage, each flower, each villager with equal warmth, a promise of harmony in every new day. Ren shares a story of a seeker named Cairo, who once lived in a hamlet like this, his heart seeking a lasting peace that would endure beyond his journey. His search for meaning, Cairo found this sunrise hamlet, the dawn's light whispering to his heart, showing him that each new day was a renewal, a chance to live with the peace he'd found through stillness, quietude, simplicity, surrender, awareness, empathy, reflection, endurance, aspiration, unity, purpose, balance, freedom, wholeness, understanding, fortitude, tranquility, and bravery, all woven into interconnection. Cairo carried this harmony into each moment, his spirit renewed with every sunrise, his life a dance of peace. Ren picks a single daisy from the garden, its white petals soft and radiant, a piece of the dawn's harmony to hold as they rest. Harmony blooms each dawn, he says. Aiko holds the daisy, its softness grounding her, her breath slowing as she feels her journey's lessons weave into her daily life, her heart awakening to harmony with the dawn's light. Ren rests beside her, the rooster's crow a gentle lullaby, and Aiko feels her heart rise, her journey now a path of daily peace. That night, she dreams of a hamlet where every sunrise brings harmony, waking with a heart ready to live each day with radiant calm. The Buddha taught, live each moment with mindfulness, and you will find peace in every step. This Zen principle of mindful harmony invites you to live each day with the peace you found, renewing your heart with each dawn, like a hamlet blooming in the morning light. Some traditions believe harmony requires meditative presence to anchor peace, while others see it as a natural state when you embrace life's flow. Ren's lesson to Aiko reflects this. The sunrise's light, like a harmonious heart, brings peace when you live it fully. Its glow a guide to inner harmony, like a rooster crowing at dawn, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a radiant spirit. What does this mean for you? Aiko's wonder mirrors your own when you seek to sustain peace in daily life, perhaps wondering how to hold on to calm amidst routine, how to live the lessons you've learned. Like a seeker longing for lasting harmony, the sunrise hamlet, its light touching each flower with warmth, is like mindful harmony. It invites you to awaken each day with the peace you've found, letting each sunrise renew your heart, like a daisy shimmering with dew, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with joy. Zen teaches that harmony isn't a distant goal, but a daily practice, like a villager tending a garden with care, allowing you to sleep with a radiant heart and rise with a harmonious spirit. As if each day is a fresh beginning, Ren's daisy, soft with dawn's light, shows that harmony begins with being, breathing, feeling the peace within. Its petals, a spark of joy, like a single note in the morning song. His dawn-lit presence, one with the hamlet's calm, embodies a life of daily harmony, each sunrise a new awakening, like a flower opening to the light. The hamlet's warm air, scented with blooms, mirrors your capacity to live with peace each day, each breath a chance to rest in harmony. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to cultivate harmony, others, the spontaneous joy of each new dawn. Both paths lead to the same hamlet. Harmony whispers peace, like a sunrise lighting your heart. As you rest here, let your breath be the dawn's light, soft and warm, rising in this moment's quiet. Can you sense a longing to sustain peace? Perhaps a worry about daily life, a desire to hold this calm? Notice it gently, like a dewdrop on a flower. What sensations stir? A quiet ache, a warm hope? Let them drift like petals in the breeze. You might reflect on how to carry this peace forward, as Aiko did. What would it feel like to live each day with harmony, to find joy in this breath, like a villager's tender care at dawn? No need to answer. Let the question dissolve, like dew in the light. As sleep wraps you closer, your breath grows softer. Each inhale a dawn, each exhale a release. Thoughts float by, clouds passing without weight. Let them go. The hamlet holds you, its silence a lullaby. Carry this harmony into your dreams, where light shines within and without. End of script. May you find peace and rest